Hey everyone, welcome to Zealots. I'm Forrest.
I'm Major.
No, I'm Robbie.
And today we're discussing the penultimate episode of Ahsoka.
Ooh, good word there. Almost as good as titular. I love penultimate. And not just for the word, but for the quality as well. It's usually the penultimate episode's usually like got the most action and stuff, and then the last episode's got the resolution. Didn't really feel like it, did it? It feels like we're really leading up to a climax here. A real maybe Empire Strike Back.
I think the penultimate episode
Was this the,
in this case
the
was
final episode for this?
that'd be
That'd be the ultimate.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were saying at first.
That'd be the ultimate episode. The penultimate is the one before the last. Well, Latin for the viewer.
It's usually just all set up, but we can start from the very beginning.
Let's talk about that court. So I guess we'll do overall thoughts and then we'll dive in. What do you guys think? I liked it. Not my favorite episode, like Ryan Airy from Screen Crush. Shout out to my boy. But
no, it was just more of the same from last episode. More Thrawn, more of the Night Troopers.
Better
more
Thrawn, but we're gonna get into that. Rob, what do you think?
Did they redo his makeup?
And they had some fan service through C3PO in there.
C3PO. It was so good. I got a mechanical erection.
So
let's talk about the court-martial scene. Let's dive right into it.
Yeah. So I love how Mon Mothma looks the exact same age in Ahsoka. She does in Andor.
We're gonna do anything with the aging here? Nah, we need to spend all this money de-aging Anakin Skywalker.
Well, they didn't even do that.
Yeah, that's where
they just holographed him.
And
he somehow looked even older. So so Mon Mothma looks exactly the same and she does in Andor, which is like 5 years before.
This was a dumb plot line. This is just for Disney Plus. If this was a movie, they would have this whole Hera plot line because it's stupid. It's so dumb. She gets in trouble only to find out she doesn't get in trouble. But don't worry, she's in trouble. Oh wait, no, she's not because C-3PO arrives to represent Leia Organa.
Deus Ex Leia.
Disney. If Disney had any balls, they would have brought Leia back like they did Grand Moff Tarkin.
Well, they did bring her back, but she's just a little girl.
No, I mean this episode. This episode, they would have brought like Grand Moff Tarkin, how they recreated that person after he died, the actor.
Oh yeah,
they got terrible backlash for it. Yeah, no, I like the C-3PO. I don't believe that was the original actor. He looks a little bit beefy to me. Not the body shame, but my C-3PO is a little bit skinnier.
Anthony Daniels got some gains.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I my C-3PO is Robbie skinny.
Is this the first time we've seen him live action since Rise of Skywalker?
Since the last time, I believe so.
Okay, because there's just so many damn Star Wars shows. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Mandalorian. I already forgot. So so C-3PO came back.
You want me to tell you the odds that he's in another show?
What are the odds? Never tell me the odds.
There you go. That's it. We'll cut out the first one. All right. Let's talk about this stupid Anakin training scene. Speaking of shitty CGI.
Yeah, it was really half-assed, sort of like a half-assed re-cameo. Because this is like the third episode he's been in because they teased him at the end of episode 5.
Recording.
It was like a hologram recording. Now she says there's 19 other recordings. I want to get your take. What is the worst? What else is on those tapes? Worst answers only.
I guess him telling Ahsoka the best way that Jedi brush their teeth.
I think a sex tape. I think Anakin. Maybe him. This is from Screen Crush, but he was talking about him talking about if how he feels about sand, if it was coarse or if he loves sand. Like I love just as you go to bed tonight, listeners, think about what are else in these other 19 films that Anakin is saying to Ahsoka, because I think that's the fun this generation is missing out on Star Wars.
He's discussing
previous generations had 3 movies and that was it. And they weren't really sure if they were going to get Star Wars again. They had a bunch of books, so their minds and their imaginations got to fill so much out. Like they filled out their own universe with their own headcanon, right? Remember when headcanon used to be a thing? Now there's so much fucking content being shoved at us. Instead of making my own headcanon, I'm just like, nah, I'll wait till they come out with the actual canon.
Yeah, well, one of the recordings could also be him going over the variations of the Jedi health plan and
Yes.
401k. just really bureaucratic,
Just
boring
really
stuff.
bureaucratic bullshit. Now that you are a Padawan, you need to talk about your Force. Is it a 401k or is it a Force 01k?
Oh, there we go.
Thank
Nice.
you,
That's
thank
the
you.
title of the video.
Force
That's the
01K.
title of the
Force
episode.
1, okay.
Yeah.
There's another
There we
one
go.
where I would love to see Anakin playing Star Citizen.
Or
Starfield, Star Citizen.
have Palpatine say, "Execute Form 1066." So there's a lot of just like bureaucratic, stuff only accountants would laugh at,
Just,
or
I mean, yeah,
or insurance salesmen. Yeah. So we're the #1 podcast for IRS employees and insurance salesmen.
Insurance nerds. Let's talk
Yeah.
about speaking of IRS and doing your taxes. Let's talk about this hyperspace minefield. Boom! I'm on top of these transitions today. Let's talk about the minefield. That Grand Admiral.
Like, how did they know?
Right. So that whole planet. Last time I checked, 360 degrees, and yet there are only mines for that one certain area that
Was
they were
right
from.
there.
And
it was a large area, but they had it pretty.
Maybe he was like,
how massive that
right,
is.
exactly. So maybe he was like, okay, well, they came from planet X, and the fastest distance is a straight line. So maybe they're taking the same straight line. So we'll put up a bunch of
dark magic.
We'll put up a bunch of, or the dark magic, right? We'll put up a bunch of mines. One, where did he get those 10,000 mines from? Right?
Yeah,
like,
what's he been doing these past 9 years?
Oh my goodness.
Building mines.
Building mines and eating buffets, I guess.
Oh yeah, Grand Buffet. Grand Admiral eats the Grand Buffet.
Grand Admiral double chin. One slight point of just pettiness I want to point out. We know that hyperspace, it's not you don't just warp from one place to another. You don't disappear from point A to point B. It's a straight line. You just
You're
go
going just crazy,
really fast, right? So those dumbass whales trying to escape that minefield would just be driving faster or flying faster into those mines. They wouldn't be escaping those mines.
That was so teleport.
That was so stupid. Yeah, they just teleported. Like,
yeah, think of like
cannon.
Think of like Back to the Future. How
we need like what? How
you see the tire tracks there? But
how far do you have to drive before the DeLorean goes? The Mandalorian, the DeLorean,
the Mandalorian.
How long do you have to drive before he goes back in time? Like 80 a mile?
Miles.
That's the speed, but what's the distance?
Depends on the acceleration of his car. There.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe the whales are able to accelerate before they hit the mine.
But he travels back in time. The Purgles just travel in space-time. They're still going in a certain direction. They're not teleporting from 1990.
Hey, no one ever really figured out how exactly.
But they have to. They still have to like dodge obstacles.
No, that's the whole point of the space lanes. The hyperspace lanes is a straight line, so they don't have. So they don't end up.
Isn't there theories about them?
There's not enough space in space.
Isn't there theories about them kind of messing with time?
Oh well, David Tennant's in the show. So
are you talking about in Ahsoka?
Yeah, yes. With the space whales with their.
I heard whispers. I heard whispers that because look, let's be honest, listeners at home. Let's be honest. Why did we need to go to a different galaxy? We're all right. Star Wars is in the galaxy far, far away. There's an unknown region. There's still tons. There's a billion planets out there. We haven't discovered yet. Travel to a different galaxy. The best way to do that, like the only reason to do that is to take a form or take advantage of like, I don't know, like new life forms, like do something crazy, something weird. Like what sets this galaxy apart from our own galaxy? And so far, nothing, right? Like that planet looks like Exegol, looks like Tatooine with some mud on it, right? Like, it's not sandy, but it's desolate. It doesn't look any different than any of the other planets in our galaxy.
The cute rock people, whatever they're called.
It's Tatooine, but it's a tundra.
Exactly. So I think Robbie might be on something here. Since this, like, there's two.
They mentioned their species. I don't remember it.
The hermit crabbians.
The no-T. and I love it. Dude, I am team no-T.
I was falling in love with them.
I'm team no-T over team Ewok for sure.
It's kind of cool how they got their hover cars are also their houses that they just drop down and lock down.
Right? Yeah,
it's true.
I I like them a lot, right? They're feisty, they're a fun species. I really enjoyed it.
They're
Way
more
better
of a
than-
defensive.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
it's sort of like the
they're
Oregon.
still
It's sort of like the
they're
Oregon.
still carbon based. They weren't like ethereal creatures. Like so there's still no reason to go to this galaxy except for what maybe Rob talked about. Maybe we're gonna get some great time displacement here. I love that idea, Robbie. Where would we go? Oh my god, this is it. If they go off galaxy. And then, well, shit, they need the Mandalorian. I was gonna say if they can grab Mandalorian, or maybe the Mando series is dead. Pedro Pascal wasn't even going on set anymore. So what if?
Well, Moff Gideon sure should have dead.
Everyone here, right? On not Exegol, wherever this planet is, right? These are the people going forward. We know Dave Filoni's got a movie coming up. What if Robbie's right? What if there's a time displacement, and when they get back to our galaxy, our Star Wars galaxy? We're already past episode 9. What if this is how Star Wars skips, rewrites and skips episode?
Kathleen Kennedy will never let that happen.
The sequel, yeah, why not? Everyone hates the sequel trend, dude. I tell you right now, people are listening and they're fucking.
Except Kathleen Kennedy.
They're losing their mind. They're flying off the interstates. And they're like, what a great idea to supersede the sequel trilogies that were so bad. It's what a great idea. Let's do it, Robbie. And if they don't. I support the writers going back on strike.
Well, the writer's strike might end pretty soon.
Well, the writer's strike did end. Really? We're looking at the actors now.
Did they come up with like a compromise? Oh,
yeah, the writer's strike's over. The writers got a dope ass deal, anywhere between 15 to a 40% pay raise. Oh yeah, it's
when did that happen?
2 days ago. It's a pretty. It got finalized on Tuesday, the 26th. They expect writers and late night comedians to return as soon as October.
Oh, yeah.
But the actors are still on strike, so it's not really. We're not getting our content going. Like Deadpool 3 is not back in the works until the writers and the actors are on set.
Yeah, they can at least get the scripts ready.
At least it's a start, right? Yeah.
So, anyway, what happened next? We saw Thrawn with
much better second impression.
The sisters.
Yeah. You asked me why I liked him
you
more.
definitely see him just really running the battlefield.
Yes, dominating that. Also, I love how he always
especially with his witches that can predict the future, basically.
I was going to say, he always asks the Great Mothers for help.
Well, they put on their
montage.
They put on their Force radar, their Force star, and if anyone uses the Force, they'll know it. So,
Force star. That sounds like a forced pun.
Ahsoka reached out and they detected that.
Yeah, Force detected. But I guess they only found out where Ahsoka was. They didn't know where Sabine was. I mean, as good as all the good it did. She got away. Just
they knew where Sabine was. They knew where Sabine was because only Banks
Ron knew who they were.
Yeah,
who she was reaching out to.
Oh, okay. So we see Baylan Skull. He's just kind of hanging out in the middle of nowhere, and then Ahsoka just happens conveniently.
No. We skipped too far. Let's retrack a little bit because I didn't want to talk about that. But before I want to talk about that, I want to talk about the breakup. Before that, I want to talk about Ezra and Sabine. I feel like their chemistry was better. I'm warming more up to Ezra in this episode.
Yeah, she's not really wanting to say how
she definitely doesn't want. I mean, do you imagine you're crushing on this girl?
Because what are the chances she's out there in another galaxy?
Dude, she fucking just she forsook the entire galaxy to come save your cute ass. But
and why would she do that?
Dun dun dun
dun.
Much like episode 8, Darth Tip appears out of nowhere.
This is my alias MacNerdle.
All right, and what's the genesis? What's the genesis of MacNerdle?
It just sounds like a horrible combination of
Yo, my man's
words.
MacNerdle. He's always overcoming hurdles.
That was the original name for McDonald's, right? And they came over from Ireland.
Curdled.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think McDonald's originally sold noodles, and then they were gonna be the McNoodle.
Did they?
No, I'm just
McNoodle.
They did sell a
doing,
pizza.
I'm doing a bit here, Rob.
They did sell a pizza. McNoodle.
Really?
Yeah.
My thought was like some side
the
that didn't last
McPie.
long.
The McPie.
The McPizza is what it was
The
called.
the
Yeah.
McZa.
Well,
What year was pizza?
the name McNurdle is
mid-90s.
supposed to make you feel very uncomfortable.
I feel like because I feel like Mac Miller and he's dead, so it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, because
Thanks,
it's
Mac
making
Miller.
me lust for McDonald's, so it is making me uncomfortable.
All right, so
But like curdled McDonald's.
we're talking about Thrawn. Is Thrawn a tactical genius, or is he a shitty general who can really spin things? Because every time he always gets defeated, and he's like, "No, actually, this is a victory. Yes, it looks like our troops were defeated, but from my point of view, it looks like we've bought ourselves enough time to get the fuck out of here." Yeah,
That's what's called the Xanatos Gambit. It's basically like if you ever watch Gargoyles, the bad guy's David Xanatos. Even when he loses, he wins.
Oh, and what was it? The little comment with it's like,
well,
if Vader was here,
right?
Little comment with Vader.
Hey, if this has been Scooby-Doo, at the end of the episode, they would have pulled up that guy's mask, and he would have been Donald Trump. So,
who Thrawn?
If that's the way he operates.
If this was Scooby-Doo, the Night Witches would just make fun of Thrawn's small penis. # Velma.
That's how the smooth operators do it. You know. Like,
I'm like, it's blue because it's the pool. It's shrinkage. It's shrinkage. I was in the pool. But so Baylan and Only Bangs Kenobi break up. And I like this. We have seen a lot of Star Wars, and we've seen a lot of apprentices go the same way as their masters with like negative consequences, right? But Baylan was just like, I can clearly tell that you don't want to be here. And dude, he just cut her like a string on a t-shirt, bro. Like he said, all right, you go fight her, and then he just dipped out. Like there was no, it felt a little forced or a little rushed.
Oh, nice pun.
Thank you.
So,
but
well, he felt he had a different path.
But he has a different path. Where's that path?
I wish they would tell us what the damn path
I guess
is.
it is.
Yeah, I thought they were going to tell us
another thing about the Force that knew she was coming. Right.
I will say this: if it's Abeloth, I will shit my pants. I will. Abeloth is a super deep. Used to be canon, now Legends. She was basically you remember on Mortis, there's the Force God and the son and the daughter. Abeloth was the mother. She was originally a human who drank from a font of intelligence, which is the light side, and she drank from the dark side nexus, which is the dark side. So she became this creature of light and dark, but she was mostly like the dark side, and they had to like expel her and stuff like that. But she's just a super like ancient Legends character that Dave Filoni would have big fucking balls to introduce in canon and live action. Like I think I would honestly maybe forgive the last 2 seasons of Disney Plus. That's right, all the Disney Plus shows on Star Wars if Abeloth showed up. I think that'd take real balls.
There's a character in the Heir of the Empire books, like Shabbath or something like that, and he's like the evil Force user in those books. I think that's people are
thinking about
hypothesizing.
Bandu,
they think Baylan's skull is that character. What?
I was gonna say Dave Filoni, who's show running this, and he did Clone Wars and Rebels. Right, there is this great mythical Force creature, I think called the Bandu or whatever. It was basically like he looked like the sand, in Aladdin, the animated Aladdin, when he comes out of the cave at the beginning, and it looks like it's a blue sand like monster, and he tries to eat Aladdin. That's what Abeloth looks like, maybe, or not Abeloth, but Bandu, kind of. So it's this great giant Force creature, or it's this badass Force bitch. We'll find out, or we won't. Maybe we won't find out anything at all, because it should have been revealed this episode.
This entire show is just basically just set up for Heir of the Empire. because we know Thrawn's going to escape. We know he's not going to get killed,
right?
And because they got to because Thrawn is doing his movie.
Thrawn's escaping,
save the galaxy.
Thrawn's escaping, and the Purgles are gone. How are our main characters going to get back? There's only one way. They have to dress up as
Force and Purgles again.
They have to dress up as the Purgles are gone. Remember, they yeeted out. So the only way to get out, so they could do the Force.
They answered everything.
Basically.
They could travel through the world of the worlds or whatever. But I think more likely, since they just killed a shit ton of stormtrooper, night troopers, or whatever. And this TV show and Star Wars is a goofy ass show on Disney Plus. I think they're going to impersonate night troopers. That's the only way that they can get on the ship and get out of this galaxy, unless Baylan has something to do with it. Which I really
Baylan becomes a Purgle.
Baylan becomes a starship.
Yeah, it's sort of like in Dune where he becomes a sandworm. He's going to reach a higher level of consciousness by interacting with Abeloth, and he becomes a Purgle.
We meet Jabba's mom, and she is a Purgle.
Yes, he's half Purgle.
And for all the nerds out there, shut up. I know we've already met Jabba's mom in Clone Wars. Calm down. But if you're not calm down, tweet us at Zealots Podcast on.
I think it'd be even crazier if he and Salacious Crumb were half brothers.
Him, Salacious Crumb, and what's that guy from the cafe? Dexter.
There we go. They're all.
It's Google Jabba's mom.
She's a lovely woman.
She's a lovely lady.
Did Sally Struthers pop up?
Yeah, there's a lot of story in Clone Wars in it.
Dude, Clone Wars is so good. It's a kids show, but if you get past the animation, the storyline is tight and it's well constructed for kids, aka adults with ADHD. I'm calling out to you millennials.
Which
Clone Wars.
What show is this?
Clone Wars, dude. Like you're like, oh, there's 7 seasons or whatever seasons. I don't want to do all that. Fine, bro. Go online, Google like the top 5 arcs. Right? You're familiar with all the characters. They have these little arcs where like it's not one episode because they're 20-minute episodes, right? But they have like these 2 or 3 episode arcs, so you get like a full hour where they tell a beautiful storyline. Like there's a middle, or there's a beginning, middle, and an end. It's like poetry, it rhymes. You don't have to watch the whole series because the whole series, it's worth watching, but there are some filler episodes. So I would just say if you want to dabble your feet, go online, look up a good list, look up a good plot line, and then sit back and enjoy it. Because Clone Wars, I wrote it off for a long time because of the animation, and I regret that I did.
A lot of shows stacking up if throwing One Piece in there.
That's a good thing. We have this actors strike keep going. We will have plenty of time to.
Yeah, they need to hurry up with season 2 of One Piece because the guy playing Luffy is going to look young, like a kid.
Is that called when's 2 Piece coming out?
2 Piece.
2 Piece.
That's how not how that title works.
Yeah.
3 Piece is 3 Piece of the trilogy.
I don't know. We'll see, but they still haven't found the One Piece already. So
also, shout out to One Piece. I've only seen the first episode and a half, but dude, it is so much better than the other anime adaptations I've encountered.
Yeah. Oh, that's not hard.
I've yet to start it, but I'm probably start it this weekend.
How about Greenpeace?
But I watched
never heard of it.
The honest trailers on
YouTube. Are you an oil tycoon major now?
That's what I was thinking. I was like wait. I was trying to think because I was thinking Greenpeace was like an anime. But no. If you go online, there's an excellent 45-minute lecture from an ex-co-founder of Greenpeace. Yeah. And he raises a lot of questions about the climate narrative and who's peeing in the middle of our podcast. It's really cool. What's
his pea green? Green pea?
Shut the fuck. We all get
green
the joke.
pea.
You didn't need to explain that joke for us. It was perfectly written and delivered as is.
Yeah, well, writers are off strike.
Well,
so
whoever's peeing on my podcast is a green piece of shit. So I'm just kidding. We're doing more puns. All love in this household. unlike
Green as
Baylan,
he's like doing his job.
Sorry, McNerdle was trying to hydrate over here.
Next time, McNerdle.
Don't hydrate your toilet. Hydrate yourself. Baylan and Ahsoka fight. And guys, Baylan is just so much better than Ahsoka, which is saying a lot because Ahsoka
he barely feels like he's trying.
He's not trying. So Ahsoka tried with one lightsaber and lost to Baylan. This time she practiced. She practiced beforehand with 2 lightsabers, and then she fought him with 2 lightsabers, and she still had to divert him into
how much period of time did she?
I thought he had the white lightsaber at his throat.
Yeah,
and she didn't kill him.
That one recording.
No. Why would she not kill him? She's trying to attack him, isn't she?
Well, I thought she had her lightsaber at his throat, and when he said, "You can't defeat me,"
well, it might be at his throat, but he might have had his orange lightsaber defending her other 2. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm not gonna watch this 400 times.
Wait, there's an orange lightsaber?
Oh my gosh! Yeah, dude,
it's red orange.
Yeah, it's the Trump saber. It's exclusive on MAGA.com. Promo codes like Zealots.
It's huge. No,
it's huge. It's the biggest lightsaber you've ever seen, dude. Oh, dude, Trump. I gotta get my impression.
I'm going on a witch hunt.
Dude, I had such a good impression going in 2016 to 2020.
Some people got pretty good.
Yeah, I had not Shane Gillis level, but I had an excellent Trump impression. I'm gonna have to work on it. I'm gonna bring it back. It's a lot of the hands. It's a lot of hands, folks.
He's got a very definitely a lot of.
It's the cadence. You talk about this, you insult that, you go all over the place. Downs. There's so much you can do.
You're getting it.
Yeah, I gotta get back into it. But I had such a good impression of Trump for 4 years. And not even dude, he was so entertaining. I'm not even being political. I'm not gonna tell you if I was pro Trump or against Trump. You guys can tweet at us if you want to. But dude, there's no better. You can read his tweet and you can have fun, or you can read his tweet out loud, sounding like Donald Trump. And you can entertain everyone in the fucking room, and that's what I was doing. Better. That's so much better. Little Rocket Man thinks he's so big. It's so much fun. But Baylan,
4 years of endless hilarity.
Well, is it over yet?
He says
it is endless.
God, dude, Tim, I could hear your soul dying even more when you said that.
Dude, his ass is probably gonna get reelected.
All right.
You know that shit's about to happen.
I was talking to my dad about this, and if I was President Trump in jail as president, I would just shut down presidents or prisons. They'd be like, all right, you're going to go to Rikers.
Secret Service would already have half the.
I'm shutting down Rikers.
I bet.
Joe Exotic would go free, I guess. So Tiger King 3.
Trump would have won re-election in 2020 if he had just pardoned Joe Exotic. That's where he really messed up.
Probably. I mean, I think everyone who's on the fence have been like Tiger King. He loves Tiger King.
Oh, dude, that was like a match made in heaven. I cannot believe he did not pardon Tiger King.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity there, and just it's Tiger King's been.
He probably saw him as political competition because Tiger King was running for.
He's running for governor. Yeah, he's like, if I can win, he can win. So. What do you think of the fight at the very end with Sabine and Ezra just using the Force?
I liked
not
it.
using the lightsaber. Yeah, it was okay.
How about the Force
it wasn't
blocking that they got going on now?
I liked it. I liked it more. There was nothing spectacular about it, but it was at least different.
Was it his lightsaber?
It was his lightsaber. Yeah, Sabine had his lightsaber. She's like, take it back. But that's a good point from Ezra. He's like, dude, I haven't trained with the lightsaber in 9 years. I'm not trying to cut my own arm off. And he's gotten really good with the Force. I would say not that good with the Force.
Oh yeah,
dude. If I had 9 years to practice with the Force, I could have Force pushed everyone in that vicinity instantly.
Oh, he definitely was pretty good at it, and just using the Force to predict seeing something coming.
Right, but not 9 years.
That slice over his hair. That slice over his hair.
And he grabs the singe. That's cool.
He knew Force Fu.
What do you guys think? Only bangs Kenobi? Do you think she's going to be on the good side, or do you think she's going to stay Team Thrawn?
We'll see.
Something's going to happen. Go.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a complete repeat of who's the the Reva from Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Reba, yeah,
it's gonna be the exact same.
Reba McEntire.
Darth Reba.
There is a fan who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops. Something.
I've never seen a single episode. I've never seen a single episode of Reba.
You've never watched Reba, bro? You need to watch Reba. That's a good show.
What's Reba?
Major.
Who is Reba?
Reba McEntire. You guys, that's like 3 solid seasons of amazing mid-2000s, early 2000s sitcoms. You should.
Well, she was sort of like the new Roseanne, right? But
no.
less.
Yes. She was new Roseanne for the era. Not new Roseanne Barr today, but Roseanne. She was a country music star who had comedic timing and a good cast and a good family-oriented sitcom. And it holds up. My wife and I rewatched it during the lockdown. So
do y'all have TV? Do y'all have TV Land?
No, we have Hulu.
Oh, okay. Wow. I imagine probably like on Pluto TV. I've been watching.
Wait, Roseanne is Roseanne and Rosie O'Donnell? Are they like
the same person? Yes.
Wait, are they? No, they're not.
No.
who?
Wait, did you remember Roseanne?
Wait, are they? Is Rosie O'Donnell the same as Roseanne? No.
Roseanne O'Donnell.
Roseanne, is that Roseanne O'Donnell? No, that's not the same, is it?
I'm just get in your head.
I'm saying this like I don't have a fucking 3 minor.
I think
just Google this, but my mind is.
Who would you rather? Who would you rather have a one night stand with?
And good night, guys.
Roseanne
Thanks for watching.
Reba O'Donnell.
Reba McEntire for sure. She still stands up today.
That's a classic definition of gaslighting right there, Major. Just making you question reality. Like, wait, Roseanne and Rosie O'Donnell the same person?
Yeah, I was like, wait a second, what? Yeah, they're definitely the same person.
That was
Reba McEntire. Okay, one night stand with her.
Actually,
Reba,
Roseanne, and Rosie are all the same person. So, you know.
That's something I like to try in a small town.
And they all had a one night stand with John Goodman.
That's one rich man north of Richmond.
Okay. So anyway,
thank goodness, because I'm out of country songs. That was it for me. Those 2.
So did anything else happen this episode that was significant? Like Thrawn was like,
I
lost, but I won.
I want to call out. I want to pat all of ourselves on the back here as like Zealots and call out Ryan Airy and all the other dumbasses on YouTube who thought the Night Troopers were Dark Witch magic. There was no way they were all being possessed like Merrick was. That was such a dumb theory. And for anyone who really got like too attached to it needs to take a step back from theory casting. Because I understand there's content to make for content's sake, but like if you actually thought all those stormtroopers were resurrected by night witches, then you're missing the plot. I say that with love.
Well, Captain Enoch didn't really do anything this episode. He's supposed to be like what the guy from the Expanse.
Wes Chatham. That's what I'm saying. There's all right. So
is he going to take his helmet off?
What's in all the coffins? That's a great question.
What's in the coffins?
What's in the coffins? What's in the box? Yeah. The greatest reference of all time.
So I don't know, dead bodies maybe.
Yeah, for
dilithium crystals.
For anyone wondering, my baby is like right here. I've been screaming this entire time, and she is just out like a light, out like a light switch.
I told you, Obi-Wan, having her watch Obi-Wan for the podcast would work.
That's a great idea. I was like, Kelly, what if we just call her Yoda until she gets like 3 feet tall? And she said no. And then I was like, Kelly, our baby has jaundice. Can we call her Yoda now? And she said no.
Well, maybe she's watching Reba, and that's why she can't wait. That's why she's asleep.
She's Obi-Wan killed her.
All Reba out.
Yeah.
She's Reba McEntire.
The puns. Yeah. Are you liking, rating, and reviewing this podcast? Can you fucking do it for Reba McEntire of this shit? Like, that is so good. I'm proud of you, Force. That's better writing than we've seen all season on Ahsoka. I can't think of a better way to end this episode. Except maybe a plug.
Yeah.
Zealots, guys. Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah, we really should be more attentive to our social media presence.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Do we have a Twitter?
Yes, we do.
We have an X. We have an X. It's a Z.
What?
Z podcast. No, Z Zealot podcast. Z Zealot podcast.
I kind of put Major in charge of that, so I don't know if they.
Yeah, you did, but then you gave it a impossible password, so I can't log in. So if you could,
there's no search result for Z Zealot podcast.
Well, goddamn deep state, add it again. First we're canceled on YouTube, and now
how do you spell it? Z
Zealot. That's Nizi. No, you fuckers. That's Z Zealot. Zealot. Z Zealot. Zeitgeist Zealots. Z Zealot podcast.
Yeah, find it, like it, subscribe.
Yeah, I don't think that exists.
Donate.
Oh, tell your friend.
It doesn't exist.
I'm sure Major can find it on his web.
Yeah.
Internet machine.
You know,
it just does not exist.
Is it for? Oh, it does say does not exist.
What?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah. What's the handle, Robbie?
It's Z Zealot podcast.
Yeah, exactly. What? Yeah. All right, Elon. Whatever you're doing to Twitter, stop it.
Put the link in the text chat.
Zealots.
Zealots.
Zealots
podcast.
Zealot. The S always gets you.
Oh yeah, there it is. Z Zealots. Yeah, you need to change that because that's a kill. That's a kill.
We could have had
think of all the followers.
Yeah, you could have had a million followers. You have 3
because Major's been saying Z Zealots instead of Z Zealots.
We could be retiring off of our advertisement income.
Yeah. Well, I think now that we're releasing our episodes without background music, maybe we can get some more listens.
That sounds good.
But,
by the way, the last post on our Twitter is
September
7th.
Yeah, but hey,
from last year,
guys. What could we be talking about on the episode? Hey, no, fuck you guys. What can we talk about? We were talking about She-Hulk episode 3, House of Dragons episode 3, and Rings of Power episodes 1 and 2. That's a fantastic fucking episode.
It must have been like an hour and a half long.
Oh my god, the content, bro! Like, imagine. So guys, once again,
Major,
we are
Major. Are you
episodes
from
Major? I have a question.
20+ years, we've been talking about boobs in Dragon Ball Z for just as long, and now we're talking about Marvel. What's your question there, Tippers?
Major, are you at Sweaty Investing?
I am
on Twitter.
I am.
I need to cut that.
Sweaty Investing.
No, you can go for it. Hey, no. So I have. Way back.
I'm gonna follow you now.
I appreciate it. Way back before Bitcoin mining or Ethereum mining changed from proof of concept to proof of work, I was mining crypto in my 10x10 Lennar office, and it got a little hot.
Mining for a bit
it gets a little hot with the CPUs.
Yeah,
running.
I got a window AC unit just to cool his room.
Exactly. So when you're sweaty, you're always looking around. You're looking around. I used to work for the London Stock Exchange as an index analyst. So yeah, my investing is a little bit sweaty. I'm always looking for the best deal. But don't follow that. That's. I mean, do whatever you want to. I don't care. Follow.
Do you want me to cut that out?
Zealots podcast. No, leave it all in. I don't give a shit.
That's what you said.
And I love you guys. Thanks so much for listening. And guys, I don't know what you're doing next, but I'm going to actually go re-listen to this episode. She-Hulk episode 3 was terrible. House of Dragons is the worst. Oh, House of Dragons House of Dragons was really good. Rings of Power 1 and 2 was the worst. So this seems like a roasting of the ages that I'm going to power listen to. Oh, that was a year ago.
Yeah, why can't the writers stay on strike so we never get Rings of Power season 2?
Yeah,
he just noticed it was 2022.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, no, I just noticed it was September. I was like, wait a second, it's September. No, that'd be great. When do the consumers go on strike to incorporate ChatGPT and AI into the scripts? When do we have a consumer strike?
Oh yeah, that'll be. I don't know. I don't think we can get the union together in time. All the consumers at one time.
I don't know.
So, strike.
Ask Disney. They might have been striking the whole time with their last 9 movies being flops.
Yeah, well, Major, you know how consumers strike is called subscription cancellation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cancel your subscription to the Zealots podcast. That's plural.
Cancel that motherfucker.
Cancel them
right now.
Cancel all of us. Hey guys, if you liked what we said, press the thumbs up button. If you really disliked what we said, press the thumbs down button twice to really let how much you hated this episode.
Dude, just call the fucking FBI.
You know what? Fucking no! I'm just turning myself into the FBI. Fuck! This is over.
all
Like,
ourselves in.
The IRS comes around full circle. Episode comes around full circle.
No,
Turn
fuck
yourself into
that.
the IRS.
The tax man will never get my money, but you will get my subscription.
Well, that's all we can hope for at this point. That's our show, everyone. Any predictions for next week?
Yeah, dude. I'm talking about 53 minutes of a full-on erection. No.
Luke Skywalker is going to get slapping on that
yes.
Shaka
Let's do
booty.
cameos. Let's do
that's
cameos.
Well, if you watch the episode 4 times in a row, then call a doctor. It's 4 hours long. You know, if it lasts that long, you should call a doctor. That was a joke.
Damn it, Forrest.
Was it a joke?
So you said you would have a raging boner for like 53 minutes if you watch the next episode of Ahsoka. And I was like, if you watch the episode 4 times in a row, then call a doctor.
I'm gonna be disappointed. It's gonna be disappointing. It's not gonna be great. Why?
You can't set yourself up like that in life. You have to be like, I have no expectations whatsoever.
Low, then the bar's already met by it. Like, dude, if I think so low of Disney Plus, then the bar's already met if the episode just comes out on time.
Well, you got to feel a little bad for them, you know, because the bar for them is just so high.
Is it?
That whatever they produce will never be good enough for Star Wars fans.
No. It won't be good enough for all the Star Wars fans, right? But there's a general consensus of suck among Star Wars fans in the last 3 years since The Last Jedi, Episode 8. Right? Like like Star Wars has gotten so big, you're not going to please everyone. Some people are going to like The Rise of Skywalker. A lot of people aren't, right? Like, that's how big Star Wars has gotten. You can't please everyone. That's just a fact. However, no one was happy with Obi-Wan, right? And then because of that, no one watched Andor. So no one could even be Andor.
Hey, who liked Obi-Wan Kenobi? Nobi-Wan.
Nobi-Wan. God, end it. Send it. I love you, Forrest.
Wait,
let's end it.
Wait, Obi-Wan had his own show. Did I watch that?
Clip it.
Fuck.
Clip
you
it.
did.
Yeah, you're on it so much. Clip it, Disney. You're done. You're done, Disney.
You know, that's how memorable that is, because now I'm confusing the damn Mandalorian, Obi-Wan, and whoever the other guy was, the hunter-gatherer.
Oh, Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, there you go. Hunter-gatherer. God dang it. I mean, this is Star Wars. It's making a real impression, guys.
I'm sorry. He was
making a heck of an impression.
Boba Fett was supposed to be an intimidating crime boss, and Tipper's over here calling him
the hunter-gatherer.
He was such a wuss, dude. It was the lamest Boba. Like that guy was supposed to be like a horrible human being. I wanted to see him like pulling eyelids off of
disintegration.
Sure.
You know, just like
under Disney's name.
But no. He had a soft heart, and he like was like boo-hooing with the locals about their.
He was in the back tank for a soft heart.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure whatever happens next week, it'll be better than this past episode because it's more set up than anything.
Pretty much. All right. We love you guys. We'll see you next week.
Yep. I'm Forrest.
I'm Major.
I'm Robbie.
And I'm Tip.
And apparently, we're at the Zealots podcast
with an S.
The Zealots. There's multiple of them.
There's more than one of us on this podcast. You plebes.
Like and subscribe. Thanks for listening. Bye.
That might have been one of my favorite episodes yet.
Every time.
Oh damn it! Did Forrest? Did it happen? Oh no!
All right, part 2.
Part 2.
Let's see Zealots podcast.
Now
the shit talking of Forrest.
Let's review Forrest. I was gonna say let's review Forrest's Facebook. Just go through and roast.
Hey, Elon posted. He said went to the Eagle Pass.